of tax collection prompted President Bola Tinubu to set up a presidential committee on fiscal policy and tax reforms headed by Taiwo Oyedele. On Good Morning Nigeria, he speaks on major reforms that will reduce the burden on low-income earners and block leakages.
You have removed subsidy on petrol and prices are going up. And if factories and industries, many of them actually use diesel, why do you want to impose tax on diesel and make it more expensive? So we recommended that. Another recommendation we have is that public sector, the federal government has issued a wage award of about 35,000 naira for civil servants. We thought that the private sector also needs to enjoy something similar to that.
For other guests, the success of tax reform would hinge heavily on reorientation and building capacity of tax collectors, adoption of effective technology, and cooperation from subnationals.
From the tax administration part, the FRS, and I know how we suffer in trying to make people pay. So there is need for real orientation and reorientation.
Anything called tax crime, 80% of what the mechanism to do it come from the people collecting tax. Okay. A tax payer don't even have capacity.
Chairman, Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, Taiwo Oyedele, believes much of the recommendations are business-friendly and considerate to the current harsh economic realities in the country. In Abuja, Joseph Utsen, NTA News.
And on the foreign scene, UNICEF defends accuracy of Gaza death toll as horror unfolds in Ravage enclave. Plus, car explosion kills Russian official in East Ukraine. Olamide Gaba Folarori takes it from here.
UNICEF spokesman has defended the death toll being reported out of Gaza, saying the organization figures those of the Hamas-controlled Gazan Health Ministry as cause of Palestinians evacuate the territory south on Tuesday. More than 10,000 Palestinians have been killed by the Israeli airstrike in the past month, including thousands of women, children, and elderly, according to the Palestinian Ministry of Health in Ramallah, drawing from the sources in Hamas-controlled Gaza. Moving on, an MP and former military figure in the Ukraine Eastern Lugansk region, currently under Russian occupation, has died after his car blew up, local news reports on Wednesday. Michael Filipenko suffered fatal injuries in the blast. His son Ivan told Log Info. The media site said Filipenko was a member of the local parliament and a former leader of the Lugansk Separatist Army. And that's all on foreign news. I am Olamide Gaba Folarori.
Next on our lineup is entertainment news with Alima Salau. Let's join her.
Calm Down with Selena Gomez edges closer to 1 billion views. Calm Down has emerged as Afrobeat's biggest global export, with the song topping charts in multiple countries and setting record-breaking streaming numbers. While both the videos of the original and assisted version continues to aim for the lofty height of becoming the first Nigerian music video to reach 1 billion views. The single released in February 2022 as one of the lead singles of Rema's debut album, Calm Down has enjoyed unprecedented success across Africa and beyond. Moving on, an official launch after 2 projects that have become the talk of the town. Nigerian filmmaker and actress Funke Akindele has announced the launch of her film production. In a post on Instagram, she shared the news of her official start of the Funke Akindele network, further revealing that the company will be in charge of all-round dealings as regards film productions, thereby describing it as a 360 media house. And that's it on entertainment news. Hi, I'm Alima Salau.
Next is sports news. Let's join our correspondent on
The main organizing committee for the 2024 National Sports Festival in Ogun State have been challenged to ensure that teething problems of logistics that mostly affect the general well-being and performances of athletes are given priority in their planning. This, they say, will give the festival a befitting outlook for sponsorship and general optimal performance.
That means that we a synergy of the two bodies that will be organizing this National Festival, which by now should begin to think of being self-sustaining, just like we have the Olympic Games being
Meanwhile, the Under-15 National School Football Championship has climaxed Wednesday in Abuja, with National Grammar School Nike Enugu and Fusla Academy Abuja emerging winners in both boys and girls categories. The National Grammar School Nike won 5 from penalties against KFA School of Ilorin. The president of Nigerian School Sports Federation explained that the school sports is aimed at reviving sports development culture in schools.
We've been calling on well-meaning Nigerian corporate organizations to ensure that we give our kids the opportunity to calling on well-meaning Nigerian corporate organizations to ensure that we give our kids the opportunity to succeed. Because when you participate in sports, it's amazing. It's, you know, the character that you're able to build, the qualities that you're able to get from participation in sport is what every child is entitled to.
Finally, in boxing, heavyweight boxing champion Alexander Usyk hopes his heavyweight title fight against Tyson Fury will take place in February 2024 in Saudi Arabia. The Ukrainian was set to fight Fury in December, but promoter Frank Warren said last week that it is unlikely. However, Fury's WBC and IBF champion Usyk was ringside in Riyadh, and after Fury was announced a narrow winner, the two faced a ring. With Sports Update and Austin Edemondo, NT News.
And that is in Yoruba. Once again, thank